So if you haven't checked out my last episode on the series, I suggest you to check that out. But basically, I talked about how last Saturday I had a jump session for about 5 hours, and after those 5 hours, I felt a 3 out of 10 knee pain. And last episode I talked about the limits of your body and how you can gauge what the limits of your body are. This time I'm going to talk about that knee pain that I had and how I dealt with it after. So first thing I want to mention is that staying healthy is one of the most important things in increasing your athleticism and or your vertical jump, because obviously if you can't stay healthy throughout the process of getting more athletic, then you're not going to get more athletic, because there's a certain level of pain that you'll have that if you just keep pushing through that pain, it'll get worse and worse to the point where you can't do a lot of things. You're not going to be able to even walk down the stairs if you keep pushing that pain. If you've ever felt that, I suggest you listen up, especially since it is also an obstacle that every single athlete is going to go through. You are going to go through some type of pain, whether it is back, hip, knee, ankle, shoulder, some type of pain, even elbow or wrist, any type of pain. You're gonna have to go through so many stages of that throughout your whole entire journey of especially like different things popping up that you didn't even know were there. But it's always a good thing, because now once you have that and once you can get over that, then next time you actually experience that pain, you know how to get rid of it and how it happened as well, because now you know it's like, okay, I've been doing too much of this, maybe I should cut back on the intensity or the volume, and then you learn how to manage that with your own body and just with your training as well. So if you ever experience some kind of pain, don't feel like you're alone. Even if you're not as genetically gifted as other people, you're still gonna experience some type of pain just like everybody else when they push their body to their limits. But today I'm gonna talk about the specific pain that I had, which I think it was right here, and I've had this before. I'm pretty sure it's called Osgood-Schlatter's, and I think this is called the tibial tuberosity right here. Pretty sure that's what it's called, but that's the pain I had right here, and I had it about a 3 out of 10, so it wasn't that bad. It was easily like manageable. But last episode I talked about how I didn't have that before. Well, at least for a while. I've had it before, but it hasn't been for a while. And then because I've had these long jump sessions where I just jumped and played basketball, but now it came back. So now I'm like, okay, now I need to stop here before I get to those pain levels again, so I don't get to that, I don't get that pain again. But now since I got it, the way I managed it is after I did some isometrics, and isometrics is something you should be doing every single day to manage your knee pain levels. And there's a few guidelines for it. You want to do about 3 to 5 sets. You want to do them. So let me tell you the one that I did right after, which was this one. This one has helped a lot before. You just clasp your hands, and then at whatever pain position it is, at a 3 out of 10 or less, you want to hold that at about a 70% effort for about 45 seconds. And then after each set, it should feel better and better. And then also the day after I had that jump session, I did really slow squats, because from research from, I forget their names, it was like Jill Cook and Ebony Rio. Their research says a lot about how slow concentric movements are very good for your knees. So doing slow squats are going to be very good for your knees, and they are if you've ever tried them, because you'll get a very similar analgesic effect if you do them correctly, just like how the isometrics give you. Because also I didn't mention that analgesic is just a healing effect, basically. Like to describe it, it feels like kind of like a cold effect right after, like literally like it's healing. So those were the two things I did to manage that. Since it wasn't too bad, I just did my isometrics, I did some slow squats, and then after that day, it was the day after that, it still hurt about a 3 out of 10. Then the day after, it felt pretty much fine. It was like a 1 or 2, and then after that, now I don't even feel it. But if you made it this far into the video, I also have a bonus tip for you. I do a lot of banded hip stuff, basically, like stuff like clamshells, or like just anything where I'm opening the hips, literally, because this muscle it's more like up here, this muscle right here, your glute medius, if that muscle is weak in strength or stability, it can cause hip and knee issues, and it's going to cause hip issues that'll then cause knee issues, basically. Because even before, I had an issue with my hip at one point when I went really deep into my squat. It was like a pinching pain right here. It was just a hip impingement. It wasn't too bad. It was only like a 3 out of 10. So when pain isn't too bad, if you can keep doing the thing, and you can manage it, like just don't like aggravate it, it will get better over time. So as long as the pain's not too bad and you don't aggravate it, it'll get better. But if it's too bad to the point where it's like easy to aggravate, then that's when you gotta go on some kind of protocol to then get back to the point where you can manage it. So yeah, that's a little bonus tip. If you have any kind of bands, you should work on that, because that'll help a lot with your stability and strength. But that's pretty much all I got for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you found it valuable. If you did, like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.